Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to take you on a tour of a new brand. This is the 2024 Essence 25RK. I think you guys are going to like it. I think aesthetically it is quite pleasing when you get into the inside because they're taking advantage of the new lighting system that seems to be, kind of taking over the RV industry by storm. They're a little bit more expensive, but for a camper that's going to be priced more towards that entry-ish level price segment, you're not going to see it in a camper for this price. Now, speaking of price, you'll find a link to that and all the specifications, things like length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes down in the description. The floor plan, and it should pop it's okay. And it should pop up on the screen. Hopefully I don't get tongue-tied today, but we'll see. I'm down here at Factory Connect in Indiana. Very, very cool PDI facility. So every unit comes through this and gets a pretty extensive checklist. I'm actually working on a video to show that off, but I've been recording nonstop. Brain's turning into mush. But let's go ahead and get into the tour. Hit that like and subscribe button. It's the 2024 Essence 25RK. Woo! But man, right when you walk in, I freaking love the lights. It doesn't have accent lighting, but quite frankly, it does not really need it with what we got going on. I mean, just look at that. That is pretty darn fancy. That's highfalutin, pinkies up. You're having a good day. Now, this is going to be a small, lightweight rear kitchen, and you got your dinette over here. You have some theater seating, some recliners right over there. And what's nice about these recliners, too, if you're not overly familiar with them, if you're new to shopping, just getting into RVs, trying to learn a little bit, these Thomas Paine furniture, they're super comfortable, but also they're on that quick recline, so you can lay back nearly flat. If you're more of a sofa sleeper or a recliner sleeper, you are going to be very comfortable in those. I like how the slide is rather tall. I'm 6 feet tall, a big, beautiful RV salesman, and boom, about 6'3", puts your head height right, but it's also going to give you some really good windows. You can see both of these open up. They're both tinted, and they both come with the old Dracula shade right here, the nightshade, baby. Keep the old skin from sizzling, keep some nosy eyes out. On the recliners, you're also going to see 1, 2, 3, and 4 cup holders. Boom. Directly across from that is going to be, your entertainment section. So you got the old Sansui TV. Looks like maybe about a 45-inch or so, something like that. But very popular RV TV. I don't know too much about them, but they do look really nice when they're on. You also have the Furrion soundbar right here with your HDMI, USB, Zone 1 and Zone 2. So that's music inside and outside, so you can listen on both sides. And those things definitely get bumping. Another window that does open up for a good cross breeze. And then we're back to this dinette, which has storage under this side. But another part that's cool, aside from the obvious, having dinner, playing some cards, just chilling out, reading a book with a good view, is you can take those legs out and drop this down to make a nice little sleeping area. So even though this is a couples coach, you can sleep a couple folks here, you can sleep a couple folks in the recliner as well. The length on that, it's not going to be suitable for somebody, like I probably would not be sleeping on that unless I really had to. I would probably go ahead and take the old chair skis. Swinging it back around, I didn't finish this slide like I should have. On the same slide, due to the height and the depth of it, you're also going to get your refrigerator. So it does help shorten up the camper by putting more features, into this slide right here, which is nice. You got your 12-volt Everchill refrigerator, and it's going to be one of the larger 12-volt refrigerators on the market, which is fantastic. You can see you can pack a week's worth of food in that bad boy, absolutely no problem. And then you have the freezer space to match it as well. So you're going to have this pull out, and then you're also going to have this pull out. And that center partition can be moved, around to whatever position you need to make it more, nice for you. Look at that. I think I'd stand that up and put some eggs right there. Maybe that's what it's for. I don't know. So right here, you're going to see you got your Suburban. You got your Suburban oven. So boom, enough room to cook yourself up a pizza. You got a 3 stovetop burner to whip up all the fixings. Get yourself a cooking. Some tasty little campside food. Look at that bowling gun, baby. Just gets better and better. It's like a fine wine. It ages with time. Microwave, not too much to go over there, but it does have a meat mode. You got storage. more storage, and that just keeps going along, you know, into the corner. And then over here as well, trying to move through these fast, not trying to bore you. But the countertop space is pretty darn nice. So it's the rear kitchen, so you got, you know, all of your cooking and your sink in the back. You got storage above and below. But you're also going to get that solid surface countertop, which is nice. It's not going to be that plastic that has an opening where you could possibly get into the wood, you know, and cause some damage. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. And then the sink is rather interesting as well. So this is going to be newer. They're starting to pop up in the RV industry, and I'm all for it. So you have a stainless steel undermounted bowl, but you got a couple of accessories that come with it. So you can use that for, like, you know, a little wet zone. You got a cutting rack right there, and then you have, you know, like a little wash zone where everything can kind of siphon on through and go down into the sink. But I like how that is offset. So what that's going to do is it's going to make your plumbing just a little bit more streamlined, a little bit less work, you know, on that, and therefore, you know, in the long run, you know, some less maintenance things. Plus, right here, hopefully there's no water. Boom. You do that, you're good to go. It's a little cup holder, little soap dispenser, I suppose. And then check this out. Hitting those dishes from all angles. You also got the spray port, the little turbo button. You're ready to rock. Outlet, and those are going to be on the sole. Powered by the sun, which means that they can work with the solar power, which is nice. You got to pull out for a garbage can. And then under here, pretty clean cut storage there up on the top with some access to your plumbing. You remove that, and that's going to give you full access to the plumbing. And then you're going to see you get 4 pull-out drawers. The bottom one is going to be this, just blank. Or, I mean, sorry, the middle one. And then the bottom one is going to be, you know, twice as large. But that gives you a good view here of this back area. Now I'm going to head up the stairs. But before we do that, I got to show you something that's really cool right there. That is pretty darn neato. But look at those lights again. Oh, as I'm panning forward. If you want to get some, more and more people are working on the road. I don't ever really like to hook up to Wi-Fi, you know, if I'm out. But I try to avoid humans. But right there, activate 4G LTE and Wi-Fi so you can get some work done on the road. Maybe play some, you know, Netflix or, you know, anything of that nature. Get some movies on. But right here, you got this little cabinet. And I think I would turn this into a big old apple juice cabinet. A fermented apple juice cabinet. You got the countertops. Boom. Outlet for a little margarita machine or possibly a Keurig. Could be a great place for a little coffee bar too. And then right over here, you slide that. Pretty sleek. I like the rounded corners of it too. I think that's just, you know, pretty nice. But look at that. Bunch of extra pantry space. So whether or not you're using it for, you know, some stowaway items, some books, some board games, just blankets, you know, kind of make that like a little picnic zone, you know, something like that. I think that would be pretty darn cool. But all right, again, it's the 2024 Essence 25RK. And then since this is new, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm sure they're looking for some input. And, you know, I would like it in general. So right here, you got your Dometic. That's what's going to control, you know, the AC and the heat. You can check all your tank levels here on your control center. So you can see what's full, what's not. Slide in, awning in. So they don't do the accent lighting. I forgot to show you this because this is on a dimmer. Now, yep, sometimes with this light, and I'm not sure if it's going to show up for you guys, occasionally you'll see some flicker. You do not see that in real life. That is just coming up on the camera. I'm shooting at 4K, 60 frames a second, and sometimes it just picks up some of that wah, 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 wah. But, I mean, that is pretty darn cool. Imagine sitting at that recliner, watching a movie, a nice ambient glow at night. It's just pretty darn cool. Or even coming out for a midnight snack. Suburban on-demand hot water heater. So that's nice because it's going to be instant heat and long-lasting heat for your washer, or for your, well, for the shower. So right here, you got your fuse box. If something isn't working, make sure to check that out. It should glow up nice and red for you. You got a window there, and I like how the lights even extend up into the hallway and the bedroom. Got yourself a shower, just enough room to stand in there, take a shower, and get the job done. You also have the old porcelain foot flush throne right there, so that's nice. For a bigger guy like myself, having the porcelain is always a big time plus. You got a mirror. Put your toothbrushes, toothpaste, and all that good stuff. Enough countertop space to be dangerous. You also got an outlet right there. Then more access to your plumbing. Now I am 6 feet tall too, just for reference on that little clip of me in the shower. So right here into the bedroom, I like how this is. I have one of the lights turned on and one turned off, but there is another mode here. So it's all kind of on this touch part with the, so you just simply just tap it, but you have a backlight glow or a reading light glow. So that is pretty darn cool. My wife loves to read at night, and I think just having that additional light just for her while I shut mine off or go to bed or do whatever, you know, I think that would be really nice. Outlet and outlet. And then both sides are going to get this. A really nice size hanging closet and a little nook here underneath. You know, maybe where you could place, you know, some shoes or some boots, something like that. Underneath the bed has some pretty darn incredible storage, and it's nice because it's all held up on a strut system, so you don't have to worry about it, you know, clanging and banging. You don't have to rest it up against your shoulder, you know, just to make sure that it doesn't plop down on you. Speaking of plopping, you got two windows here in the bedroom. One is going to be an emergency exit, so pull, push, and plop. You can get out in a hurry. A place where you can mount a TV along with the appropriate plugins, and even another sol outlet. The closet here can be used in a couple different ways. You can either use it for your hanging items, or as you can see, it's got all the plumbing and everything that you need for a washer and dryer with a dryer vent location indicated for you. So if you're going to be using this, you know, a little bit more full-time application, you are able to do that. And they even folded the old door in half too, which is nice, since the bed, that's going to do is basically is shortening off about 1 inch on the camper, you know, which is nice not to have to deal with that. We'll give you one more little look here on the inside. That's just a good looking unit. But all right, again, it's the 2024 Essence 25RK. And if you guys missed it the first time around, all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, can be found down in the description. So as we're heading around the outside, you can see first off, you have no slides here on the camp side. That's going to be nice because you can really utilize, you know, that camping down at the down at the campgrounds. You got a big old awning with the LED lights running underneath. You're going to have a 4-point electric stabilization. So 2 in the front, 2 in the back. You have a rather large pass-through storage too, which is pretty surprising. But I like how it's all finished up. You know, nothing's really exposed on either of the sides. And then up top, you can show off that aluminum construction right there that's welded at all points. You got your solar charge controller for the solar up top. And then you have your battery disconnect, and you're prepped for your tire link. If you're not familiar with tire link, you basically put these little knobs on a tire, and then when you're driving down the road, it'll scream at you, you know, if something is, if your tire's about to pretty much blow up on it, so that way you can, you know, stop the old brakes and pull on over. Awning in and out. I like how they have an awning control outside and inside. That's a nice feature to have as well. You have a storm door that is going to be resistant for up to 25 mile/hour winds, including a screen and the step above steps that actually fold up into the doorway. Little extra large grab handle here just to make life a little bit easier as you're heading out. You got dual axle, cable hookup, 3-year limited structural warranty, more outlets. And then you have your Everchill exterior refrigerator, which you can fit probably about a 24 rack of those apple juices in there. Heading around the back, you do get a hitch right here, so if you want to hook up, you know, some extra bike racks or storage or anything like that, you're more than able to. You also have the backup Furrion camera prep and the Lippert on-the-go ladder prep. So basically, you just take a ladder right into there so you can get on top of your roof, check your seals, check your slides, you know, all that good stuff. Runs you about $300 online, and I'll zoom this in right here. You can check more on that if you'd like, or you can just Google Lippert on-the-go ladder system. This is the back end of your Suburban hot water heater. You also have your connection right there for your dump valve. You are able to put a slide topper on this unit if you would like. If you're not familiar with it, it's basically an awning that goes from here to here, and it really helps, you know, stop debris from falling on top of the slide, and then when you pull it in, you know, puncturing it like a tree branch or something of that nature. If you're going to get a leak, it's typically coming from the slide, and it's typically just, yeah, just don't know that there's like a tree branch or pine needles or leaves, something just gunking up that slide. So that slide topper is really nice as a preventative item. It's kind of like a pay-to-play type thing. You got another little dump valve there. You got your power cord, spray port, and then this is going to be the back end there of that pass-through storage. And then you also have your docking station here as well. So all your cable and satellite hookups, your water pump right there, your black tank flush, which is a sprinkler system for your poop tank, city water connection, fresh water connection, and you're ready to rock. Propane behind this door. Up in the front, you got a little cutout. If you ever wanted to put a generator in or something like that, you'd be more than able to do so. You also have an area for your battery. Curt Rotoflex too, which is really nice. So if you're not familiar with that, there's a couple different setups you can get, but some of them are a lot more stiff than this. This part right here will actually pivot, so as you're moving along, you that chucking and bucking, it helps make a smoother, more comfortable ride. But all right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Again, this is the 2024 Essence 25RK. My name is Hunter. Have a great day. See you.